everybody, and welcome to the Danimal Weekly number 4. Today's topic that I'd like to talk to all you guys about is footwear, and what sort of shoes you should be wearing in and out of the gym, and based on what sort of activities you'd like to engage in. To start, you've got your general everyday shoe. Most people wear tennis shoes, usually have a real thick, spongy heel to encourage a heel strike and sort of cushion your foot. These are fine for just walking around every day, but if you're engaging in any sort of athletic activity like weightlifting or running, you're going to want to avoid your classical sort of tennis shoe. That being said, for a good everyday shoe, I recommend like skating shoes. Skater shoes are they're real flat. They do have a heel and they are cushioned, but they're nice if you do walk into the gym and you forget your weightlifting shoes or something like that. They do have a flat sole. They tend to be constructed well and take a beating, so I like those for an everyday shoe. In terms of running shoes, I recommend two kinds typically. We've got racing flats. Racing flats are my number one recommendation. If you're a serious runner, I think you should be wearing racing flats. I have a pair here. These are the Nike Zooms. You'll notice they have a very small heel, and this is to encourage more of a mid-foot strike in your running style, because most runners by now have determined that the mid-foot strike is more efficient and it avoids certain issues like shin splints, just generally more efficient running style with the mid-foot strike. These are also super lightweight. They're really, I was shocked when I first bought them how light they are. And they offer you some support, but without going to the extreme of like a Vibram 5 fingers, which I'm going to get into a minute. But you can get them pretty affordable. I think I picked these up for $60 for the pair, which is pretty affordable on the racing flats end. They do get a little bit pricey. So moving on from there, with the advent of minimalistic shoes, whatever running style you want to call that, pose or chi or paleo running, I've heard people call it, came Vibram 5 fingers, these minimalistic style shoes. I've heard people say that most everybody shouldn't be wearing Vibram 5 fingers because people claim they encourage metatarsal fractures. I'm not saying that's inaccurate. That may be very true. But only thing you have to watch out for is that you just warm up to them. So, you don't want to hop in, put your Vibrams on and run like 10 miles. You're gonna be really sore. You're probably gonna end up hurting yourself. So get used to walking into some grass, jogging in the grass. Spend a few days and weeks doing that. And once you're comfortable jogging in grass, then you could probably throw on your Vibrams, go for a walk on the sidewalk, get used to that sort of stimulus. And once you're comfortable walking a few miles in them, then you could probably start jogging and then warming up to sprinting in them and sort of branching out from there. I have a pair here for you. If you like the whole idea of the minimalistic shoes, there are some benefits, I think, but there are some downsides. I'm not a fan. I have my pair here. I don't wear them really anymore. I look goofy enough as it is without wearing some like toe shoes. So they will probably it won't help you with the ladies too much. But if you do, I would recommend, if you're going to wear them in the gym. If you're doing any sort of running or sprint work, they could be nice for that. Otherwise, they're just not very practical for me because living in Chicago, it's cold 3 to 4 months out of the year. So I just don't get a lot of use out of them, and I think there's better shoes out there. I'm just not crazy about the whole idea of the minimalistic shoes, although there are some benefits. So if that's your thing, just make sure you warm up to them. Vibrams are also pretty expensive. I think I bought these for $90 a pair. I think they're even more pricey now. So shop around, try to get a good deal on them. Moving on from running shoes, we have weightlifting shoes. Love weightlifting shoes. So some people, there's different takes on the whole weightlifting shoes. Some people recommend lifting barefoot or in the Vibrams. Other people recommend like construction boots. They don't compress at all, but the construction boots, I don't know, I'm not crazy about it. It's kind of silly. They don't compress at all, but they limit your ankle mobility. Another reason I like people investing in a pair of weightlifting shoes is it's just one more reason to keep them lifting. It's just one more motivator. It's like, oh, I spent $100 on these pair of shoes. I might as well use them, It's just one more reason to keep you in the game and keep you motivated. Plus, if you have a sweet-looking pair of weightlifting shoes, why aren't you going to go lift in them, right? That's why I need a new pair of weightlifting shoes. These are my current pair. These are the Rogue Fitness Mark Ripito shoes. These are awful shoes. They look like they would last forever, right? They look like they are made out of Kevlar, but the construction on them is just really poor. You'll see inside they're falling apart at the seams. They're just This is a badly constructed shoe, to be honest. My other one, the heel's falling off of the bottom. I took really good care of them. I only wore them in the gym. I always kept them in the bag, in my gym bag. Like, I took great care of them, and they still are falling apart on me. So I'm really disappointed in these shoes. Don't buy these. I think they discontinued them, thank God. But so I'm looking for a new pair of weightlifting shoes myself right now. I really like the brand new Adidas Olympic weightlifting shoes. Let me check the name of them. Called the Addy Power weightlifting shoe. They're orange or bright, obscene orange. I love it. I'll probably end up picking a pair, but they are extremely expensive. You'll notice you buy the $120 pair of shoes like I did before. They just don't last. I can't say for certain that the Addy Power Olympic weightlifting shoes are constructed better, but my bet is that for the money, there's a lot more value there. Also, Nike is coming out with their new weightlifting shoe. What are they called? The Nike Romulos? I'm not sure on the exact pronunciation of that. Those are a similar quality to the Adidas, I'd say. Either one of those are probably really good bets if you're a real serious weightlifter. I would encourage you to pick up a serious pair of weightlifting shoes like one of those two. If you're brand new to weightlifting, though, and you'd like to get a pair of shoes, but you're not looking to invest such a significant amount of money, I'd recommend on Rogue Fitness. Rogue Fitness sells tons of weightlifting shoes. That's where I would go. The Adidas Powerlift Trainer, it's a $90 shoe, but they're great for if you're just starting out. The only concern I'd have is that if you're looking to lift a significant amount of poundage, that the heel is constructed of an EVA polymer, which will compress under significant poundage. So if you're a really serious lifter, I wouldn't recommend those, but if you're just starting out, they'd be great. And that about wraps it up for shoes. So like I said, average everyday shoe, I like skater shoes. Tennis shoes are fine too, just don't wear them when you're lifting or doing any serious running. For running, get a pair of racing flats, unless you're really into the minimalistic shoes. Then if you really want to buy a pair of Vibrams, just make sure you warm up to them and you practice some barefoot grass running and things like that. And for the weightlifting shoes, if you're serious about it, spend the money, get a really nice pair that you like and that look awesome. Don't try to bargain hunt for weightlifting shoes. It's just not worth it. You get what you pay for. So drop a little bit of cash there. If you're new, look into the Adidas Powerlift Trainers. Those look like good shoes. I have a friend that has them. Other than that, though, guys, thanks. This is Danimal Weekly number 4. I'll see you guys. The article will be posted on Friday, so in a couple days here. So keep your eyes out for that. If you want, go watch last week's video. It was about what did we talk about last week? It was the moderation video. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. Thanks, guys. Have a good week. Peace.